But this year, the money goes to a really important place. It's the Just for Kids transport team of the hospital. And I sat down and heard one family's story about just how life-saving that is.
5-year-old Stella Paul already knows how precious life is.
Well, I had changed my heart when I was a baby.
You had to change your heart when you were a baby?
Mm-hmm.
But how's your heart now?
My heart is fine.
Your heart is fine. When Stella was just a month and a half at home, 2 days after Christmas, her parents realized something was wrong. They started taking her to Norton Children's Hospital downtown, but she went into cardiac and respiratory arrest.
And we diverted to Women and Children's because we just weren't going to make it.
Once there, medical crews revived Stella, then stabilized her to transport her downtown in one of Norton Children's Hospital's 5 ambulances, like this one.
It's like a mobile ICU, so we can bring the intensive care unit to the patient wherever they're in need.
Inside, it's everything needed to keep a child alive. Oxygen, a heart rate monitor, ventilator, but not in a sterile environment.
We want to make this as less scary of a transport as possible by providing colors, things that they know, they're comfortable with.
For Stella's parents, the ride was terrifying.
They were pumping the bag to help her breathe, help her heartbeat, and we were looking at the box with the numbers and her stats, and they were dropping and dropping and dropping.
I remember thinking, I will never, ever, 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 ever not stop and get out of the way of an ambulance again, because you just don't know what's going on inside.
Stella had another cardiac arrest once at the hospital and was placed on life support. She was in the hospital for 230 days and got a heart transplant.
Without the transport team, there wouldn't be a Stella today. She wouldn't have survived. She wouldn't have made it. We couldn't get her there.
In 2022, Norton Children's Transport Team transported nearly 3,000 children, either by ground, helicopter, or their plane.
So this is your blood pressure cuff for an adult, and then this is a neonatal.
Many, some of the smallest patients.
And we put this on the stretcher itself, so it's like a secondary seatbelt for them.
Bringing fragile children from one medical facility to another, hoping for happy endings like Stella's.
They're just angels on wheels, just going around collecting kids and bringing them to safety.